many of our districts of mine too, that our companies are saying they can't find enough skilled workers. And for me, I represent the south side of Chicago all the way to Kankakee County. And from the Ford plant to BASF, they've said the same thing. We've started a STEM council, and in the STEM council, we have the community colleges, we have some of the businesses, some entrepreneurs and tech folks. And but one of the things is when some of the companies, to their credit, tried to start internship programs, they couldn't get one person from the high schools to even come to be interns. And so I think that also we need to do a better job, different job in explaining what manufacturing and advanced manufacturing really is. And it seems to me we even need to start at a younger age in, you know, 7th grade and 8th grade to get students more involved, because if they're not involved, it doesn't matter what we offer, you know, they're not going to take the subject up anyway. And I was just wondering what you thought about that, how early we need to start. And I'm really trying to push for some of my businesses to actually adopt schools or adopt programs. Navistar did it in one of my schools, and it has worked out fantastically.
I'll make one observation quickly, which is that you are right that there's been, I mean, I think the federal government has had a strong interest in STEM, but it has been a STEM definition that presumes postgraduate study. So it defaults to the training of engineers and PhDs, which are critical, but we have neglected, and we did a recent accounting of federal programs on this. There's been a neglect of sub-baccalaureate STEM, which the so-called middle skill STEM workforce, which is what GM needs in Tennessee. You know, so there's this huge breakdown for the advanced manufacturing agenda that our cultural focus and the programmatic focus has been towards postgraduate and PhD. So I think there needs to be some kind of balancing at the federal level.
My wife is a children's librarian, and she has science programs that she's organized for 3- and 4-year-olds. They do paper chromatography. She has a section on optics and lasers, and the excitement of those children is just phenomenal, even at that age level. You just can't start too early. A large part of it is the attitude and value system established by the president and by you. I remember the excitement as I was growing up about the space program, and that came from here, from Washington, from the president. And if we can establish that as a culture, I think the educational system and the students will just flow into it. I think it will take some programs. It will take some intelligent legislation. But I think a lot of it is just changing the culture and attitude, and that leadership, I think, is now coming from you with these bills and coming from the president, and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question. If you don't hit them in K to 12, or I would actually argue in K to 8, we've lost them. And we watch other countries where that isn't occurring. At the same time, there are programs that just need to be expanded. First, I don't know if you've ever been to a FIRST Robotics or a Math Counts competition. It's like going to the football game in terms of the excitement there, but look at the number of children that are in those events versus the sports events versus some of the others. So to the extent, culture change, you know, in this country doesn't happen by an edict from above. It happens by catalyzing grassroots events. And so again, find a way to have the federal government expand those things, because we are having trouble. Well, now I'm at the university, so I guess I'm part of the supply chain problem. But the reality is we have to go overseas to import our engineers. We have to turn that around.
Thank you very much.